everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the last episode of One Floor Plan and 4 Houses. So last week we did a English styled home. I got a lot of positive reactions, and today we're doing the Sims styled home, and I'm really excited because what is Sims style? Like, it's exactly what you want it to be. And first I thought, like, I have some ideas what a Sims house would look like, right? You have particular items that you see in certain houses, and I was like, okay, I want something similar. It turned out to be exactly different. It is nothing what I thought I would build. Well, decorate more likely. And yeah, I'm really happy on how it turned out because I did something very different with the house, and I think that is the best I would get out of it, because every time you still work with the same house. So basically this house is made for 3 kids and parents. There are 3 rooms, kids rooms, not really kids rooms because it's very young. Like, we got a little kids room for a little daughter. I got a kids room for, I believe, 1 boy. And then a double bedroom for the oldest brother, you could say. Sister, it is not really determined which, whether a boy or girl lives in there. And yeah, it's different. You will see while we build this. So the outside area is already different. This shed in the back is now turned around to a gardening area because we put down these flower beds for gardening all year round if you have seasons, and we just flowered it up. And outside I think I put down 2 flower beds to do your gardening in, and we do a lot of different decoration. So as I thought we would have more kids, I wanted to adjust the outside to it. So we have a tent, like, you know, when kids want to live on their own, you give them their tent and they're happy as, I don't know, really happy. And yeah, I changed a little bit of interior. We have a lot of seating area, so we have 3 here and 1 in the front, so that's 4 total, obviously. But I think there 2 are like what you already saw, a little round table with some I don't know how you call it, sunscreen above it. Then we have this barbecue area with a table and 4 chairs or something, and we have the seating lounge area at the back. Oh, 6. And yeah, let me have a sip, sorry. And yeah, more seating area and a bit more differently decorated with more plants, and nothing too fancy actually. When we go in the inside, we have the downstairs area in which we have 1 bathroom, a kids room, not like a bedroom but a playroom. We have the study, so that's moved downstairs, and we have the dining area in the living room and the kitchen apart from it. In the kitchen there is a area to eat, like breakfast area more accurately, because it's like these counters, but like for bar counters. I don't know what's the proper word of it, but I will call it bar counters right now, with 4 chairs, so Sims can actually eat on that. But we also have a dining table in the living room. So the living room is very differently arranged, because obviously you need to change it a little bit up if you want to have 5 chairs on a fully functional dining table, but you will see in the meantime. So first I went with, okay, I want a Sims style, but I also wanted to incorporate new styles, freshness. And as you can see, the living room got a yellow wall, and in the end I think it very much looks like a how would you say it, a IKEA living room, and in the screenshots you will know what I'm talking about. So currently we're working on the kitchen, which is already very different because we added an additional nook. If you haven't watched any of the other episodes, you can check them out. I have them linked in a playlist, and I guess you will maybe see them suggested besides here, because we've done 3 houses before and we never did a nook in it, and some of the equipment is actually shifted a bit. And next to that we always had, well, one time we had the dining area here, and 2 times we had it in the room next of here. And yeah, this time we're doing it in the living room. We gotta keep it fresh. So yeah, I'm trying to get a lot more attention to the kitchen, because sometimes I felt like I was neglecting how it was actually looking. I wanted to do more clutter in it, but I didn't want it to be too cluttered, because then I think you lose the feel of the, well, you can make it very cluttered, but I think a clean kitchen makes it way prettier and way easier to work in. And as this is a series based on realisticness, as 4 houses in one floor plan, because you basically buy a house, you don't necessarily always build them. I know some people might, but most of the people on this planet don't have the money to actually build a house every time they move. So I wanted to keep it fairly the same. So that's why most of the equipment and the bathrooms are always in the same place. We could actually have switched the bathroom a couple of times, but that is not the rules that I made up for this challenge. Going to the hallway, I didn't do anything too special except that I changed the color of the stairs, which actually made it look better. At first I didn't know how I would actually manage to decorate this place, because it's not like, because of how the doors are placed, and as they are too wide, you don't have that much space to actually put stuff in it. So we had to be a little bit creative with the space that we had, and eventually I didn't want to overly forcefully decorate it, so I changed up the color of the stairs, and somehow it makes it look way better, way less naked, if you can say it that way. And yeah, you will see in a second why that is. Then next we move on to, I think, the kids room. I might do, or the living room. Oh no, the living room. So basically what I decided to, like, oh yeah, I need to put a dining table in here. How am I gonna manage that without like overly swift it to the side of the doorway? And I still need a proper space for actually around 5 people to sit on the TV area. Yeah, TV area. So I went for a double couch and loose chairs, and I tried to arrange them in that way that you can actually walk around them and easily go to the bookcase that I placed in the back. In a second, I wanted to be easily accessible. I wanted the table to be easily accessible and still have a very cozy feeling. But as you can see, the type of chairs that I use, the type of couch I use, the bookcase, it all makes you think IKEA. At least I had that. I know IKEA had a collection like this. So if you have the same vibe with this living room, please tell me that I'm not the only one. Even the bookcase is a bit IKEA. Going to the kids playroom. Oh no, I really don't know which order I made everything, guys. Sorry. So this is the study. Imagine 5 people living here. I wanted to have a quiet space, so this is the study room, and maybe there's a general like, you keep your mouth shut in here. So there are 3 desks, and maybe you can already see it a bit, but one has the expensive computer, and that's basically where the dad or the mom studies. And I will put some certificates above it. And then we have the one next to that. As you can see, that's a kid's desk from kids room stuff. I don't know. I actually don't know which pack it is. And behind that, I will decorate it more childish and more childish books with here. And here you can see the student list. So maybe one of the 2 older brothers or sisters, because you see it's a laptop. You can easily take it with you to school. just the vibe of the desk is different, and behind there is another calendar, just different, and I wanted to have distinct attitudes, also a booklet and everything. I'm very happy, by the way, that the booklet is now in our catalog for items, because it can personalize a thing so much better. And yeah, happy that more items are being added to the collection. So to the kids room, I built one room to be for kids, and I don't actually know whether or not a lot of kids will play here, because I only made one room for a kid, and the other are more older. At least I made the rooms to be older, at least more, how would you say it? They're not specifically older, but not a toddler anymore. Like, they can be a bit older kids, so then they can actually play with the toys. But I also made them in my mind to be students, but it doesn't have to be. So going to the other bathrooms. So I will tell you a bit more about the family I imagine to live here. You have two parents, right? And as you saw, there's a gardening area outside. So let's say that's the mom. And the dad is like educated in something. Maybe he is economic guy, I don't know. And he has all the certificates that sits behind his desk. And he has 3 lovely kids. One is a girl. That's the youngest one. That's why I made the room very, very, very overly pink. And then you have one room which is fairly empty, very white and clean, which I imagine it was one of the older brothers that is actually into sports and isn't actually that much around in the house. He does have a boxing bag. It's called a boxing bag. I call it a boxing bag right now. But he has that around, and he doesn't care much about materialistic stuff, only about his sports. And yeah, he's mostly at the gym and comes home, but he likes to keep it clean, keep it fresh, and doesn't care that much about other stuff. And then you have the older kid, which can be both of a girl. The room doesn't define it that much, but is into photography. I put down so many paintings as in the general idea that he or she has made it. And there's a double bed, so maybe he or she is in a relationship, and the boy or girlfriend sometimes comes over, and they have shoots and everything, and they're very hippie-like, very modern hippie, and they do like plants. So I added a lot of greenery in there, and just I like to put a story behind the builds that I make. So here I'm going to the girls' room, likes kitties, likes the pink, like overly girly. I made it overly girly, yes. I like the way it turned out. I think I could have done a better job in general decoration, but I always think like they come up with paintings or this or that, or find something along the way which is good to put in there. And this is the boys' room, who doesn't really care about anything. So simple ceiling lights, a simple desk, just one additional mirror. And here was coming on the idea of the photographer. He does have a place to study, as you can see. He has his bookcase, he has some books in the back, so it's still functional. It's not like he doesn't live there, but just with a less of a, how would you say it? Less livable, like lived in. That's a better word. So he does use his box ball, but he doesn't care much about decoration, greenery, nothing about that. Just study, bit of sports. He's an easy man, right? Alright, one greenery, because I imagined his greenery obsessed mother putting him up with it. But yeah, just a thought. Back to the parents' room, I guess you could call it. I wanted to be different than things I did before, so I put a seating area in there, and I put the wardrobe on the other side. It's nothing too fancy. I wanted to keep it, again, pretty clean, pretty simple, so it's just yeah, an easygoing room. And where we go next to, yeah, the outside here isn't that special. As last we go to the room of the lost kid, whatever you want it to be, boy, girl. Maybe if you feel like it's more built for a girl, more built for a boy, let me know. Can we, by the way, please talk about how beautiful that flooring is? I cannot get over it. It's stunning. I love the color. But not something I will put in my own house because that's the way I am. But yeah, you see me put down all the shoots he or she may had in different counties for people, different effects. That's just the general idea I had. I lost my shoe, sorry. Yeah, let me know what you think. Who would live for? And if you have different stories with houses, let me know. To everyone who has watched this episode this far and has watched every episode of this series before, let me know what you thought of it. Have you watched all of them? Have you skipped the video, and otherwise why? If you would like to see more of these series, would you like to see a challenging series, please hit me up, because I am open to suggestions lately. I am redoing some of my planners, and yeah, let me know what you want to see, what you thought of it. If you haven't subscribed and you like these videos, please hit that button. Leave a like if you liked it. Comment down below if you have anything to say, and I will catch you at Friday's video. Bye guys, love you.